What's going on, guys? This is Chandler Smith and I've decided to retire. In this video, I'm going to explain why. I'm also going to explain what that means for the YouTube channel, for my work with my sales reps at Aptiv, for my real estate investments, my time at Sneakeasy, and most importantly, what I plan on changing when it comes to my time with my friends and family. So with all of that being said, let's jump into it. If you guys are new to the channel, I started this YouTube channel probably about 3 years ago. I currently own 180 units of residential real estate, as well as a couple storage unit complexes. My sales force at Aptiv is a group of door-to-door salesmen that did over $28 million worth of sales last year. I started a sneaker store with my buddies, and this last year, I had a lot of crazy stuff happen. About 2 years ago, I started building my dream home, and then we had COVID hit. That came with a myriad of problems for all of my businesses. Now, some good, some bad, and overall things were still going really well. Then my brother was diagnosed with cancer, and 3 weeks later, my wife was diagnosed with cancer. This was almost a year ago. It'll be a year ago here at the end of the summer. On top of that, I had a couple other personal things that I've had to work through. We've got 2 kids, multiple businesses, and a lot of stuff has been up in the air for the last year. And I can honestly say it's been one of the hardest, craziest, but also most rewarding years of my life. Now, if you follow the channel, you know that a year ago I was extremely consistent, and before that, extremely consistent at posting 3 times a day. Over the course of the last year, there have been weeks where I haven't posted at all. There have been weeks where my good friend Garrett has filled in for me. And then recently, it's just been really hit or miss. Some weeks I won't post any videos. Some weeks I'll post 1. Some I'll do 3. And I would say that's an accurate depiction of how my involvement has been in everything. Other than maybe the sneaker store we started, I'm very uninvolved there. That's been something Garrett has really been running. But when it comes to my work at Aptiv, I've done the best I can to try and be very involved for my sales force. Same with YouTube, I've done the best I can to be involved there, but it's really been an opportunity for reflection for me. We really got slapped across the face with a lot of things at once. Now, I don't want to sound too somber, because the reality is this has been a huge blessing in my life and my family's life. And so I'm not disappointed or sad or anything else. Like, I'm very, very happy about where I'm at right now. Over the course of going through all of this, I've had the opportunity to spend way more time with my family. I also got a personal coach, a life coach or a business coach that's been extremely beneficial in kind of working through everything. And I don't know, overall, it's been an incredible year. And in this video, I kind of want to explain what me being retired means to me and why I've made this decision and what it's going to mean for the channel and my sales reps and everything else. And so I'm just going to kind of go through business by business, as well as, the other side of things when it comes to my personal life and what my plans are for the next couple of years for everything. First off, I want to talk about the YouTube channel, and before I do, I just want to thank all of you that have been loyal followers of the channel. I want to thank all of you for the kind things you've said, for the incredible support I've received through the last year as I've been working through all of these things, the nice comments, the nice messages, all of that stuff. I cannot thank you enough for this platform. I've come to find that every light has a shadow, and so it doesn't matter what you do in life, it's going to have pros and it's going to have cons. And I will tell you that I believe the YouTube channel has had far more pros than cons, which has left me kind of where I'm at, moving into retirement. And again, this is kind of a funny word, but the reason I used it in this video is certain kinds of retirement can be very detrimental to you and to your life. I've also reached a point in my life where I don't necessarily need to make decisions based on money. I mean, obviously, if I blew all the money I had, I'd be in a bad place. But because of my investments in real estate and the other decisions and businesses and things I've done, financially, I'm in a place that I'm very happy with and that I feel like is very easy to maintain to live the lifestyle that I want. The form of retirement I'm talking about is more like really retiring into a life where I do things that I want to do the majority of the time. There are always going to be negatives that sometimes you might have to push through, but I realized so often I was doing things for money that weren't necessarily the things I wanted to be doing or the things that, I don't know, got me excited to wake up in the morning. So this is what that means for the YouTube channel. The retirement for me means I'm not going to make videos just to make videos anymore. I'm not going to hold perfectly to a schedule. I'm going to make videos when I feel inspired to do so and when it's something I'm excited about making. That means there will be less content pushed out, but I'm hoping the content that I do will be something that I'm excited about and that you can see that and that will hopefully be more beneficial for you as an audience. The other thing I've come to find is I really want to switch my focus with the channel to building a community. I have come to find that my favorite part about YouTube is all of the people that reach out and message me and say, Chandler, you made an impact. You're the reason that now I have the passive income to afford my mortgage. Whatever it is, that is my real goal. I also decided that I don't want this to be overwhelming. I don't want to feel overworked. I don't want to overstress myself with building that community because again, it's important to me, but it's not most important. And so what I've decided to do is take my real estate course, and I'm still going to have that implemented. However, I'm going to add a ton to it. I've decided to add a Discord group. I've decided to add monthly calls, but that is it. I've decided to cut my consulting calls. And the reason for that is the one-on-one was really fun, but also it was just a lot of work and I couldn't control when those calls were coming in. And it was great money. It's been crazy how many people want to reach out and want to do those calls, but I've just decided that once a month when I can meet with a group, that's going to be much more conducive to my lifestyle. The other thing that I've decided is with this group, I do want it to be a more tight-knit group. However, I want to reward all the people that have been extremely faithful to the channel and faithful to the course and those that are faithful right now. So what I've decided to do is bump the price up now that we have added all of these extra things. However, everyone that purchases the course before August 15th, I'm just going to leave the price where it is before I do the bump, because those of you that have consistently watched the channel, if you want to be part of that group, I'm going to let you in. I think what I'm going to transition to is maybe some kind of monthly expense for people in the group, or just drastically bump the price so that we can keep it more of a tight-knit group. But in the meantime, if you sign up now, you can have an opportunity to join it. And for all of those that have already signed up for the course, even if you did it when my cost was only $99, you now are going to get access to all of this. And the reason I did that is I love the people that trusted in me when the channel was small. I love the people that jumped on board and were willing to do it. And as I've asked people what I should do, I think a lot of people thought I should upsell or charge different or do whatever. But all of you OG people that signed up when the course was worth hardly anything price-wise, but you realized the value was there because of me and your trust in me, you're gonna get access to the Discord and access to the monthly calls, and you'll receive an email when we launch this mid-August. The other thing I'll add is we did completely revamp the course, and for those of you that signed up for it that have it already, you already have all of those revamps. I think we added, I don't know, it was dozens of new videos, new content, and I'm really, really excited about where the course is now, and I'm really, really excited to change it from a course into more of a community. So if that is something that you want to jump on before we bump it up, make sure you click the link down below. And if you're a part of it, I'm super excited to see you in our monthly calls and on our Discord. A couple other things I want to add about my plans for the YouTube channel. Historically, you do things that are more based on what people will click on YouTube. And I don't know, there's some videos that I've done that they cause me stress. I'm thinking about removing some videos that I've done in the past. I'm also planning on moving forward, just looking at every video I do and saying, all right, is the purpose of this to get people to click, or is the purpose to help people to build a passive income, to help them in their life decisions, to help them learn how to sell or acquire a new skill set? That's going to be more of the goal of the channel. I do think making this change, there's the potential for lower view counts, and I'm okay with that. One other side note, I've always wanted to throw events and bring together my community. I do want the opportunity to have like face-to-face contact with the people that have been so awesome on this channel and all of the positive people I've been able to connect with. I'll let you know about that in the Discord and some meetups and other things that I'm planning on doing as we move into the future. Now, this leads to the next question a lot of people are going to ask, and that is the real estate side of things. Now, here's the deal. I have hinted at starting a syndication or a fund. I'm 31 years old. Maybe this will change in the future, but as I've taken a step back, the stress of using someone else's money to buy real estate is something that I personally am not at a place in life where I want to do or add an additional stress. As you'll see as I go through the video, there are lots of things I'm actually backing off of in a big way. And so I do not plan on doing a syndication or fund anytime soon, if ever at all. However, I love buying real estate in my personal name using financing or using seller financing. And so every property I buy, and I guarantee I'll buy at least a couple properties every year, I'm always gonna be sending out mailers, watching the MLS, putting a couple hours a week towards that because I just love it. That also is hopefully going to help me keep my edge so that I can always be a good resource for you when it comes to knowing what works right now for buying and holding real estate. When I thought about the definition of retiring, I think the real thing that hit home is doing everything in my life because I want to, not because I need to. And maybe for you, these all feel like small tweaks, but for me, they're going to add a massive amount of time for me and my family and just doing the things I love, because mentally, I really am going to eliminate a lot of the things that I don't like because I'm in a financial position where I can afford to do that. And I think that's the real goal of investing in real estate, is putting yourself in a place where every day you wake up to do what you want to and what you love. And that doesn't mean there won't be pain points, but the pain points I'm eliminating are ones that aren't exciting to solve and ones that I can recognize and take out. And so that's my real goal with this transition in life. The next big question I know I'm going to get is about Aptiv. Now, for the last 10 years, it has been a grind where Aptiv has consumed a lot of my time. Going from, working crazy hours. I mean, we're talking 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. every night during the summers when I personally was knocking. And then, a lot of times similar hours in the off season where we're recruiting, hiring, training. I've kind of transitioned out of that crazy of a schedule, but I was still working a schedule with Aptiv where anyone could access me that was working for me. And I want to step away from that. Now, for my sales reps that are still working here, I have absolutely incredible leaders, and a lot of them still have major aspirations to get to the place where I'm at, and they're going to be working crazy hours. And so if you do message me because you want to be a part of Aptiv, I would say now is the best time to work with us. I will just say that I'm going to be a lot less active, but still active. What that means is stepping away from one-on-one calls with reps, from one-on-one time on the doors, from a lot of the daily struggles and problems and issues, to doing bi-weekly calls with our sales force, answering questions, doing sales training, to just working with my top tier leaders and giving them more freedom and flexibility to kind of come into their own in leadership. And a lot of them would probably laugh a little bit about this video because a lot of them are already there, and a lot of them don't rely on me nearly as much as they used to as they've began to scale. So I'm really excited to just be someone that gets to do a lot of the fun stuff when it comes to the meetings, the trainings, and a lot of the daily things are going to be turned over to those leaders. So my time allotment in Aptiv has definitely been pulled back and will continue to be pulled back even more to do just those things that really get me excited when it comes to training and motivating and inspiring sales reps and showing them the life that I believe they can have in 5 to 10 years of really hard work and investing properly, to where they get to choose whether they want to do it or not. And I will say I'm always going to have an obsession for sales and sales training, but there are lots of things where it's 6 o'clock at night and I don't want to field the calls with the problems that come with being a hardworking sales rep. There's leadership in place now that can deal with those issues and problems and concerns, where I just get to do the fun part where hopefully I help people level up because of the trainings and the interactions through those trainings. So if you're someone that is saying, Chandler, I want to make money fast, I want to learn a new skill set, I want to be surrounded by people like you, well, you can still have that opportunity working with us. However, the leadership I have in place, they are better than I am at what they do when it comes to helping you reach that next level, and you get to rub shoulders with all of us if you choose to work with us moving forward. I'm just most likely not going to go out and knock doors with you or spend that one-on-one time like I have in the past. Next question, sneak easy. Guys, this business has been a ton of fun, and it has been Yogi or Garrett's brainchild. He puts the majority of time in. I think I maybe come in for 20 to 30 minutes every couple weeks to hang out and see the store. The thing I'm excited about with Sneakeasy is all the ways we're gonna be able to give back to our community. We've got lots of fun stuff, and we might share some of those videos, but there's gonna be a lot of fun stuff of just giving cool stuff away to people that I'm excited about. With the daily business, we've got an incredible team that's handling all of that. So I'm pretty uninvolved. I'm more just an investor, and that's the only role that I've really had, other than when we come in and dress up and show off shoes every couple months. Finally, what retirement for me means is spending a lot more time with my wife and kids and friends and family. The last year has already given me an incredible opportunity to do that, and all of us got knocked down pretty hard. But man, I've been boating way more this year with my family. We've gotten to go and hike. We've spent a ton of time at the park. The other day, my son is like, hey, are you still gonna have a job or work, or do you just get to do this with us every day? And I think that's the best question he's ever asked me, because I love that he feels like I'm always there, and my daughter feels like I'm there, and they're just starting to enter into the phase of their life where I want to be the dad that doesn't miss a single thing. I'm not gonna miss any sporting events. I'm not gonna miss any pinnacle moments, and I want my kids to be saying, hey, maybe you should work a little bit more than you are, because man, you're just always here. But I want to be my kid's best friend, and I want to be there with my wife and my kids and enjoy that. And I want everyone to know YouTube, Aptiv, real estate, all of those are second in line to my family. This is something I'm really excited about, because I think I've always said that, but my time allotment hasn't shown that. I also want to spend a lot more time in my community, and not like the general population community, but my community here in Idaho. Being able to go and do things with my family and connect with people here locally is another thing that I've really wanted to make a priority. I don't know, I think there are lots of people that follow the channel that might be disappointed and say, Chandler, no, you've always been this crazy workhorse that you've gone out and you've done all this stuff. There's still gonna be lots of things that I'm going to do. I'm still going to have sprints of things that I get passionate about, but I also wanna kind of change my brand where I don't think that you have to have the same views on things your entire life. I feel like my 20s were a massive sprint, and I don't regret that. My number one focus was making money. It was building businesses. It was putting myself in a financial place where I could spend time with my kids. That was always my dream. That was always my goal. And it's really cool because now I'm at a place where I get to live that. And I don't want to stay so obsessed with making money and building businesses and doing that the whole point that I did it, I lose sight of. And so my passion for that is always going to be there. I've just changed my time allotment to align with what I truly believe is going to bring me the most peace and the most happiness. Now, if that leaves you unfollowing the channel because I don't have the like Grant Cardone, grind your brain out, I love work more than anything else, and so I'm gonna put it in, like, that's okay, because you find someone that you want to follow that aligns with those, and I followed those people and it helped me accomplish what I wanted to in my 20s, and I feel like I'm still going to talk that way for people in their 20s. I just want to be authentic in saying that now that I'm taking on my 30s, the majority of my time is going to be spent doing a lot of fun stuff with my friends and family. So that is where I'm at, and it's one of those conversations that, you know, I am having and will continue to have with my sales force and with the people that I work with, because a lot of the people that I work with and that follow this channel, that's their end goal, is to get to a place where family can always be first and business second, and financially, because of the decisions that you make, both of those can happen and put you in a place where money is not limiting your ability to live the life that you want because of the proper decisions you make. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure remember to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, and let me know what you think. I appreciate the feedback. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.